As I'm sure you've heard, the original intent of the Second Amendment was, as James Madison described, a way for states to repel the danger of the federal government. But I think it's pretty useless to spend 100% of the time trying to figure out the original intent of anything, particularly the Constitution. So what is the current state of the law on the Second Amendment? The most recent consequential decision by SCOTUS is DC versus Heller, in which the Supreme Court held that individuals, not just governments and their agents, enjoy the right to bear arms in their homes in self-defense. Therefore, neither the federal government nor the states have the ability to say across the board, no guns in anyone's homes. However, the Supreme Court also made it crystal clear that the Second Amendment right is not unlimited. It is not a right to keep and carry any weapon whatsoever in any manner whatsoever and for whatever purpose. Specifically, the Supreme Court noted that it was totally constitutional to impose conditions and qualifications on the commercial sale of arms. One such condition, universal background checks, i.e. making anyone who wants to buy a gun undergo a background check. Multiple surveys and polls reveal that 9 out of 10 Americans support universal background checks. However, polls also reveal that nearly half of them think that universal background checks are already required. False. Universal background checks are not required in all states, and 1 out of every 4 guns sold in this country are sold without a background check. How is that possible? When 9 out of 10 voters, regardless of party, believe that background checks should be required on all sales of all guns, when the federal House of Representatives passed a bill that would codify such a requirement, when study after study has proven that universal background checks results in fewer gun deaths, that the repeal of universal background checks results in more gun deaths, well, it turns out that there are 50 senators who won't let anyone even vote on background checks. While they represent the American people, i.e. the 9 out of 10 of us who believe in background checks, they also represent large organizations that profit off the sale of guns. More background checks equals less guns, equals less money, also less death, but they don't seem to care about that stat. Many of these politicians received hundreds of thousands of dollars from gun advocates, and they know it'll be much harder to stay in power if they piss off the wrong people. You see, the thing is, they don't think we can do anything to stop them. They don't think our voices matter, at least not enough. I think it's time to show them that yes, they have indeed pissed off the wrong people.